Good morning, everybody. This just a little quick one on some of the design considerations when we would originally coming up with some concepts of from the very beginning, the home and what it was gonna do, and how it was gonna work on the site, and taking all things in consideration. One of the things that drove a lot of the design decisions on where it was located, and how it ended up coming up in the air like it did, was the sun. So, and the energy that the sun, passive solar energy in the wintertime. So today's the day that drove some of those the criteria, because today's the day when the sun comes up, stays low in the sky, goes down pretty fast. So it's the shortest day of the year, and it was one of the design considerations when we were setting the house up. So we were watching the sun and see how it came across the sky, on our site. So the lots up here at the beach, they're small. They're 50 by 100. So, they're long, narrow. They're long, twice as long as it is width-wise. So width-wise, we're close as far as my neighbor and myself. So, so when we were laying out the height in relationship to the sun angle, there's my neighbor's beautiful home, which it was built to the height limitation that's allowed. So what happens is when the sun comes up in the sky, it comes up and stays just above his roof line, because when the sun hits and projects from his roof line and comes in the yard, it casts a good sized shadow in the yard. So the shadow goes pretty long. That's actually his shadow line there, and the other one's the bridge, which there's the roof of the bridge, and then there's the house going back over there. But see, look what this home casts a shadow into the next, which is that's the town's property. It's not buildable, but if there was a home right there, look at the shadow that's cast there. So height wise, we had to take that in consideration when we were designing for this addition, and where we located the glazing, because we were trying to take advantage of the sun. So you can't take advantage of the sun if you're in a shadow. So that's why we raised up, and that's why we came over, because the further over you come, the lower the angle is. The closer you are, the steeper the angle is, and the height. The more shadow line you have, the closer you are to the thing causing the shadow. So anyways, we come up, we push back to take advantage of that passive solar energy, which is, today was that day that kind of drove some of that criteria of where we located and how high we located this surface, because this is thermal mass that's absorbing that sun's energy. So anyways, a quick one on that. So just so you could see how we determined where to set the walls and the height of the house to catch this sun, because if you notice, it's about 11 now. So but that's the ridge and shadow of the home. So anything on that side is in shadow, so anything on this side became sun. So with this, you got to watch out what you put on your wall. We couldn't help that. That's our mullion. That's casting that shadow. And then our other mullions are casting small shadows here. And then this big clump of shadow is the wall of the building, the column of this building, and the chimney of the neighbor's house. So, but as the sun rotates that way and gets a little higher in the sky, that shadow will get narrower, and it will actually push inward and come over. So they're all grouping together now, and they're all grouped smaller, because right now it's in a position where each section's casting a shadow. That decreases, and then all these will rotate over and get smaller. So there'll be more area for sunlight to hit the floor. So anyways, just a quick one on passive solar energy, and and what blocks the building. Your building makes shadow lines, or if there's any obstructions on that side where the sun's coming, it's got something you got to take into consideration. So anyways, just a little bit on passive solar energy. So today was that day, the 21st of December, that we were watching, and to get an idea of how high we had to come up and how far back we had to come back from the shadow of the home. So anyways, just a quick one on today, because today was that day. So if it gives somebody an idea about passive solar energy, keep an eye out for your obstructions and what's going to be causing shadows on top of that thermal mass that you're going to be using to collect the sun's energy. So anyways, just a quick one, and everyone have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and maybe we'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.